Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Um, First, I don't do reviews. Now I'm lying because this is going to be a review, and but it's not really a review. Um, what I want you to do is you need to have a good pair of combat boots. Everybody needs a good pair. Now, because of my lifestyle and what I do, uh, I've got a bunch of boots, and I alternate my boots every other day, and so I get more use out of them. It gets a chance to air out and this type of stuff, especially when they get wet, and nasty, and but I want to share with you what I've been doing with my boots. But you need, like I say, everybody needs a good pair of boots. Uh, Man, woman, it doesn't make any difference. You need to have them because when things get tough, you need to be able to protect your feet, and boots are the way to do it. But anyway, I'm going to start with. Well, let me start with what I'm wearing. Okay, this is what I'm wearing. It's a 511, and it runs about about $80-90. I call that mid price, and as you see, there is some wear on them, and they're they've I've worn these every other day for maybe a year, and so they're and I'm hard on shoes, really hard, so they worked pretty good. Okay, now that was in the middle. Okay, on the bottom, I got I don't even know what these are. I got them from Sportsman's Guide, and they're supposed to be a waterproof boot, and it's a short, stocky boot. It runs about $50, and you can see the wear on them. The it's worn quite a bit, and I wore these every other day for about 6 to 8 months. So in other words, the wear did not work good. These did not wear good at all. When I really started wearing, and then that's when I said, okay, because they are a waterproof boot, and I've already got my money's worth out of them, I guess. I wish my $50 would have lasted longer, but anyway, these are going to be my disposable boots. So if I'm going on a trip somewhere or another, and I know I'm going to be lightening my load, this would be a pair of boots that I would take with me. They've got enough wear on them that I can still use them, but I don't wear them anymore. I just have them just in case I need to dispose of them. So that's what this is. Now, this is a Bates. Yeah, this is a Bates boot, and I was really having, and it's a year old, and like I say I've been wearing it every other day for a year. Now it's been doing really good, and then until lately, you see the toes started wearing. Before that, it really stayed in good shape, but just I'd say within the last couple months, it started wearing like that. But otherwise, it stayed really good, and it's a good looking boot. It's really a stout boot. It really is. Now you see the sole. One thing I've learned, that brand of sole is a good sole, and you're going to find it on the better types of boots, and so that's a good thing. And here you see the wear See right there. And like I say, I don't know why I just all of a sudden started wearing like that. I was so proud of these things, clear up until they started wearing. And but I say it's still a good boot. There's still lots of life in it. You say you can see there's still some sole on there. Probably got another good year on it every other day. Now, and I say this runs about $140, about $140, something like that, for that. And now another one. Normally I don't spend that kind of money on boots. This one here is about $140 also. This is a Belleville, and this is made in the USA. And you can see it's got the same sole as the other one. So that's what makes me think the better, more expensive boots will have that type of sole. And you see the wear on this. This one here is a year and a half. I've been wearing this every other day for a year and a half. So it's wearing really good. You can see there's now this last trip we were doing a lot of fires. I'm trying to learn to be a volunteer fireman. So I get involved in it. I just kind of help them out and stuff like that. And one thing I've learned about firemen, they like fire. They play with fire a lot, and so we end up playing with a lot of fire, and so that's why this is. If it wasn't for the fire, that black wouldn't be there, but it'd still be worn. Here's the other one. You see, it's still worn. But I say, used them a lot. Like I say, I'm on the ranch, and we were doing a lot of burning and stuff like that, and so that's what this is. But I say it's a year and a half, and it's still got a lot of wear left in it. I think I probably got another year on that. It's starting to wear down there, but I could probably get I know I can get 6 months, maybe another year out of it. I'm keeping all these boots. I don't wear them until they're worthless. I don't do that, and that's because really I shouldn't have been using these in the fire. I really shouldn't have been, but that's why I've got extra boots. Some of them I know it's going to get nasty. They're going to get terrible, and then I'll go on and use them. And that's the only time I wear them is when I'm going to really abuse them. But these two, the most expensive boots I have, these two, they're not down to nothing, but the timing is, I think, getting close that I'm going to need boots like these. In the way of combat, well, the cheaper ones are lighter weight. The more weight, the more expensive they get, and they pride themselves on being lightweight. But when you start wearing them day after day, you'll see these start getting a little heavy. And I say, as a combat boot, when you start, if you've ever been booted before, it's really hurts, and you can do concussions on people. You break ribs, you really hurt people. And this is the kind of boot that you would want to do it. That sole. And then if you can look, you see that sole even stretched out a little more. So this would be even more painful. When you start kicking somebody around with something like that, that right there would really put the hurt on them. So, but like I say, now what I've noticed, these Belleville has, first, both of these, the lacing systems are really, really good. The Belleville is easier on and off, faster and easier, and it makes a difference. If you're out in the woods, or if you're whatever, in camp or something, you're taking your boots off, it's easier to take them off, and it's easier to put them on with the Belleville. The thing is, the bait's got a good snug fit, And like I say, you can see you don't want to get booted around with that one very much. And even that, it won't be a happy day to get booted around with that. But anyway, you really do get what you pay for. These are really some good boots. Both but I say you're gonna have to be serious. You're gonna start spending money on this. One thing I've noticed, talking about the boots, see, I'll wear one of these boots when I travel, and then the other one will be in my trunk. And it's funny because when they want to look in my trunk, it's easy enough to pop the lid and let them get in the trunk. The only thing is, I don't let people look at my stuff, but I don't know if they're going to plant something or if they're going to steal something. So what happens when they want to look at my trunk? No problem. I get out of the car. I lock the car when I get out, so they're not getting in the car when I'm out. And then when I get out, they look at me, and I say, well, now you just see my t-shirt. But really, I'm wearing cargo pants. These are 511, I don't want to say combat pants, but they're kind of like that. And then I say with the boots, but I say I'll be wearing one of these. These they know these are military combat boots. There's no doubt about it. And even that, you've got the sign of the Marines on there too. But so when I get out, they look at me and they already know, wow, this guy is something, just by the because they're profiling. And they're looking the way I dress, they can see there's something. And when they open up my trunk, and then they find another pair of high dollar boots, then they know, there's something. I'm something with this. And like I say, I just tell them I'm retired. I don't tell them what I'm retired from. And but like I say, I can't explain all this anyway. I don't speak the language well enough. But like I say, the boots is a big thing. It really is. And at first I was worried somebody might want to try to kill me and take my boots. But I think I'm older now, and I carry myself enough, or well enough, that I'm more respected than I am threatened. And I'm talking about the police and the military type being victimized. But anyway, you do need, and we talked about that with your wife in your wife's car. You need a pair of boots. They don't have to be good quality like these, but they do need a pair of probably. Now something like that would probably work good. Like I say, they're waterproof. They're pretty good for $50, I guess. And but that's what she needs in her trunk in case she can't drive and she's going to have to walk out. And that's going to have to be there along with that the bag, your bug out bag, so she can get out from that. So, but anyway, just wanted to let you know about the boot situation. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.